excited. I'm a big deal. I'm a big deal today. And not just today, but we are on the tail end of this. I think we're finishing off tomorrow in the kitchen with David. Hot, hot, hot. This has been on fire. And why not? Graham and Rollins, fourth generation. Since 1942, they have been doing all kinds of seafood, but it's most especially their crab cake. And our QVC family has loved this. I am so honored today to be stepping in for Johnny Graham, who, because crab season, Atlantic blue crab season, most especially, is in full swing right now from mid March to mid December. So I'm stepping in so he can do his job and continue to bring us all great crab cakes. We are bringing you something really special, 5 ounces. And let me get through the business first and tell you what your choices are going to be. All of the numbers will be available if you call the QVC number or if you go online. The QVC order number is 800-500-7590. So in this offer, you can choose from 6 5-ounce crab cakes, or you can double it and go to 12 5-ounce crab cakes. Now, what's great about that is the original QVC price is $121. The 6 is $99 with the big deal. That's going to be about $17 per cake. If you go with the 12 is going to be, where is that? $179.98, and that's going to be about $15 per crab cake. I'll have to tell you, you should really go with the big offer if you can and have these in the freezer, fresh out of your freezer, onto a cookie sheet, 400 degrees for about 25 to 30 minutes, and you are good to go. But let's talk about the crab cakes now. Let's talk about what makes these so special. And to do that, we go across the pond from Ireland and we go back to the Chesapeake Bay. Chesapeake Bay down there, that big body of water, has lots of tributaries to it as well. So the Atlantic blue crab, indigenous to that area most especially, but they also grab them going further down south. Here is that Atlantic blue crab, sweetest crab on the planet. So the team at Graham and Rollins, they catch them, they steam process them right away. They take them to the team for picking. They are all picked clean. If you've ever gone someplace with a hammer and a mallet, you know how hard it is to get all that meat out. They use Johnny's grandmother's secret recipe. Everything is made by hand, but our cakes, 77% Atlantic blue crab. Now, why is that important? Because if you've never been down to the shore, for example, down to the Maryland seashore and had a real Atlantic blue crab cake, you might have been someplace else and thought, oh, isn't this nice? You find a few pieces of crab in here. Not this one. Look, this is how we start this out if you can see it. So 77% on the top of your crab cake, there's going to be a few pieces of jumbo lump. Now, don't let that fool you, because a lot of times you'll say, all right, they're putting all those big, succulent, juicy pieces of Atlantic blue crab on the top, and my fork's going to go in and find a bunch of breading. We do that because we know you eat with your eyes first. So fork in and look at this. Yeah, you're going to get those jumbo lumps on here, but on the inside, it is going to be loaded with crab, Now you need a little bit in there. And that's Johnny back in the studio. You need a little bit in there to hold it together. So Johnny's grandmother's secret recipe starts with that Atlantic blue crab. Then you've got a little bit of mayonnaise, a little bit of mustard, that Chesapeake Bay seasoning in there, finishing it off with sweet butter crackers. And let me tell you what that means. So when you bake these off in the oven, and by the way, these are going to arrive to you frozen. I'm going to show you that. Look at the outside of that. It gets this nice golden brown color, and it's kind of buttery tasting all the way around and really juicy and fresh. But when you bite into it, you get that nice crispy outside as well. So these couldn't be the freshest of the fresh, I have to tell you. When they arrive to you, they look like this. If you get 6 of them, the 6 will all be together, or the 12, they'll be separated, but you can actually break this. So if you want to take one crab cake out of the freezer and just have one crab cake for yourself, you can do that. I've actually done these in my air fryer, and I like to go from frozen because frozen is really the easiest way to go. But we have an update on the 6 count. If you want the 6 count now and immediate ship, very popular. Oh, I didn't go through the ship dates. Chance, did I? Fewer than 500 of those to go around. There are ship dates. So if you want the 6 count to ship to you on the 17th of October, or no, the 7th of October, do we have a count on that? Okay, we don't have a count on that. All right, but you have ship dates, so let's go ahead. We have ship dates. So if you're going to get the 6 or the 12, here are your choices. Immediate ship, highly recommend the immediate ship. We do not have this available in auto delivery because our crabbing season goes from mid-March to mid-December. Some years they find crabs and some years they don't. So grab immediate ship, or you can go October 7th, or you can go November 4th. So you've got 3 different shipping choices and you've got 2 options. You can go with the 6 count. The 6 count's going to be $99.98. Shipping and handling is free. That's $17 per cake. Or you could go with the 12 count. So you get 12 5-ounces on there. That is going to be $179.98. Shipping and handling is free, and that takes it down to $15 per cake, which is great, which is a great value. If you go down to the shore right now, down to the Jersey Shore, and you get a crab cake sandwich, it's going to cost you about 37 bucks. But here we go. Here's the beauty of a family. 4th generation. There's Johnny there on the right, and there's our own Mary DeAngelis right there. 4 generations since 1942. It is a process getting these crabs, these fresh blue Atlantic crabs, but not just getting them and putting them in the freezer or getting them and putting them, holding them somewhere. It's catching them. It is immediately steam processing them. It is picking them. It is turning them into those delicious special recipe crab cakes. It is putting them in cryovac. It is freezing them at 80 degrees below zero, and it's hanging on to them until we send them to you. You get them at home in dry ice. You put them into the freezer. You take out what you need from frozen on a cookie sheet. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees, about 25 to 28 minutes, and they're nice and golden brown. And you take them out, and you've got all different ways to enjoy them. We've been on QVC for 15 years. We have won numerous awards here on QVC, and I'm going to tell you one of the reasons why is. And so you say, what's going to be the difference between fresh Atlantic blue crab in one of our crab cakes and all of the other 7,000 species around the country on here? Well, the difference is this. It's like drinking fresh squeezed orange juice versus grabbing that can of concentrate from the supermarket and mixing it up with water and then drinking that. There's a huge difference here, the freshness and the taste. And a lot of times you will enjoy a crab cake that has come in a container ship, that is in a can, that has been pasteurized so it can hold it longer, keeps it longer, but there's always a lot of chemicals involved. This is all fresh in here from start to finish. Digging through this crab cake, look, I'm gonna hold still for you. Look at that forkful. Look at that. Look at that forkful on there. So whether you just want to have a crab cake by itself, 5 ounces is a lot of protein. And I'm going to tell you what, it will really fill you up, or some great things you can do with it. So think about the holidays coming up. I know it's only September, but in our house, every day is a holiday. And, you know, life is short. Enjoy a crab cake, especially these. But lots of different ways that you can enjoy them. You can do what we love at my house is steak and cake and a baked all together on here. Crab cake, a little bit of steak for your protein, maybe a little bit of broccoli on the side. So easy to do, even for a holiday meal on here. Look, if you go down to the Jersey Shore, you're going to get a crab cake sandwich and put it on a nice bun, a little fries on the side, some slaw, a pickle on there. I love this on a salad. If you're someone who just really wants that delicious taste of a crab cake, but you want to keep everything around it nice and fresh, a mixed green salad with vegetables of your choice on the plate, a couple crab cakes on top, with or without a sauce. It's great if you want to add like a remoulade sauce to the top of it, or a béarnaise, or really good if you want to get fancy. You take one of Cliff Just Bagels, and I love the everything bagel, toast them up, crab cake on the top, poached egg on top of that, and then you do some hollandaise sauce on that. So that is absolutely beautiful on there. Or doing something like this. Look, just a crab cake with some mashed potatoes and some fresh vegetables on there. That's really nice. Here's another fun thing to do with them. So remember, if you're getting 6, you could break up 2 of those and make sliders. You can make your own crab cake sliders on here. These are easy to break in the oven. When you get them home, they arrive to you on dry ice, whether you do the 6 or the 12. The dry ice is going to be fine. Johnny says the dry ice lasts for like 48 hours. I know mine held for a long time. So if you're not going to be home right away, get them in the freezer, take out what you need on a cookie sheet, 400 degrees, 25 to 28 minutes, and you are good to go. And this is from our friends down in Hampton, Virginia, Graham and Rollins, 4 generations, 1942. They are one of the longest processors, or one of the last crab processors on the East Coast. So they're still doing this. These are 77% fresh Atlantic blue crab. You saw it yourself in the video if you were able to see the video. They catch them, they steam them, they pick them, they put them into this recipe. They're handmade, all hand put together. There you go. And blue crab, Atlantic blue crab, it is some of the sweetest, most succulent crab on the planet. And with just a little bit of sweet cracker crumbs, sweet cracker crumbs, and mayo and mustard, and you are good to go. So your offer is you choose either the 6 or the 12, and then you choose your ship date. You're going to choose either immediate ship date, or you're going to choose October 7th or November 4th, whichever one of those things. Remember, crab season is winding down now. So if you really want these great crab cakes for the holidays, grab them now. You've got a full year into your freezer. They're going to arrive to you in beautiful condition, and you are going to be the seafood superstar of your holiday table. Or just, I'm going to send it back to my friend in Ireland, Stephen Walsh. I think he might have some delicious Irish candy, and I will see you in a little bit. I'll be back.
Thank you, Marie-Louise. Oh my goodness, those crab cakes are just sound gorgeous. And of course, it's 9 p.m. here in Ireland. I haven't had dinner yet, so if you might hear my tummy rumbling after all that. But come here, back to the Connemara kitchen